So today we are going to discuss about the topic quick return motion mechanism. Okay. So my name is Ram Kumar. I am assistant professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Saptagiri College of Engineering. So introduction to quick return motion mechanism. So quick return motion mechanism is a mechanism in which the return stroke is completed with a shorter time compared to the forward stroke. So you must know that in a mechanism there will be two strokes here. One is the cutting stroke or the forward stroke, and the return stroke, which is the idle stroke. So cutting stroke or the forward stroke is the stroke where the cutting of the metal will take place, and return stroke or the idle stroke is the stroke where there will be no cutting action. So here if you estimate the time required for the cutting stroke is longer or the greater than the time required for the return stroke. So if you take the ratio of time taken for the cutting stroke to the return stroke, it is always greater than unity. So why the cutting stroke time is greater than the return stroke is to increase the productivity. That means during the cutting action the speed is less and the time required is more. Whenever during the return stroke is taking place, the time required is quicker. So that means there is no cutting action happening there. So it can return, the tool can return at a faster, quicker rate, so that the time required for the productivity can be increased here. So this mechanism is mainly used in the shaping and slotting machines. Okay, so today we are going to discuss different types of quick return motion mechanisms, and drag link mechanism is one particular mechanism which can be used for the quick return motion. So drag link mechanism is a inversion of a double crank mechanism. So you can see that there are two cranks, link number 2 and link number 4, which are rotating. So it is a inversion. Okay, so here link number 2 and link number 4 are of different length. Okay, so link number 2 is smaller compared to link number 4. So here the necessary condition for drag link motion is that the sum of the length of the shortest and longest link should be less than the sum of the other two links. So that means it has to obey the Grashoff's law. So here you can see that the shortest link is fixed, and the links adjacent to the shortest link, that is neighboring links, will rotate completely. So here link number 2 rotates with the smaller circle, and link number 4 rotates with the larger circle. So the shortest link EAD is stationary, or you can say fixed. The links connected to the shortest link, that is link number 2 and link number 4, rotate continuously. As the crank AB rotates with a uniform speed, the link CD, okay, so rotates with the non-uniform speed. So AB is the driver and CD is the driven link. Next we connect another link, connecting link to the link C. Okay, so link CD, we will connect another link, link number 5. See here the rotation of the link CD is transformed into quick return reciprocating motion of the ram. So here we are connecting the ram through a connecting link CE. So this is the connecting link through which we are connecting it to the ram, and the ram has a tool which moves from E1 to E2, E2 to E1. So E1 to E2 is the working stroke, and E2 to E1 is the return stroke. So the working stroke takes place when the crank AB driver moves from B1 to B2, okay, in the counterclockwise direction through an angle, you can say alpha, and the CD, this particular link, moves from C1 to C2 through 180 degree. So this is exactly 180 degree, C1 to C2. When it moves from C1 to C2, so it tries to pull this particular tool from E1 to E2. Okay, so that becomes the working stroke. Return stroke is a quick return stroke. So this color, red color I have indicated. So the crank AB moves from B2 to B1. So it moves from this position B2 to B1 through an angle, you can say beta, and the link CD moves from C2 to C1 through another 180 degree. So during that time the tool will move from E2 to E1. So that is the return stroke. So since alpha is greater than beta, it is called as a quick return motion mechanism. So next type of quick return motion mechanism is the Whitworth quick return motion mechanism. It is an inversion of a single slider crank chain used to cut metals in the workshop. So here you can see that link CD, link number 2 is fixed. The slider or the link number 4 is attached to the crank pin, and it slides along the slotted lever. Okay, so this slider or link number 4 is attached at the crank pin A, slides inside the slotted lever. As the driving crank, this one, okay, as the driving crank, link number 3 rotates with the uniform speed, the lever PA, this particular lever, longest lever, revolves with a non-uniform speed. So it rotates in this particular green circle. So this particular point A. Next, connecting rod PQ. Connecting rod PQ carries the ram along with the tool. Okay. So from E1 to E2 is forward stroke and E2 to E1 is the return stroke. So we'll discuss the angle, so how the rotation takes place. So initially the slider 4, okay, so this particular slider, it will be at position, let us say this is the A1. Okay, so this slider, it will be at A1, and the point P will be at P1. Okay, so A will be at A1 and point P will be at P1, and the cutting tool will be at E1, let us say E1 position. As the crank rotates clockwise direction from, okay, A1 to A2, as the crank rotates from A1 to A2, okay, so the point, okay, P will move from P1 to P2, and the tool will move from E1 to E2. So that is called as a forward stroke. Okay, so when the slider moves from A1 to A2, the point P moves from P1 to P2, and the link and the tool moves from E1 to E2. So for the return stroke or the quick return stroke, as the crank rotates in the clockwise direction from A2 to A1, from A2 to A1, if it rotates clockwise direction, okay, so then the point P moves from P2 to P1 in the same direction, in the same clockwise direction. The tool will move from E2 to E1, so which is a return stroke beta. Okay, the angle made is beta, return stroke. So now we can see this angle. For the forward stroke it is alpha, and for the return stroke it is beta. Beta is less compared to alpha, so it is a quick return motion mechanism. So here time of cutting stroke divided by time of return stroke is given as a ratio of angles alpha by beta, and the length of the stroke is equal to 2 into PD. So this distance PD is the distance 2 into PD. So from A1 to A2, when it rotates, point will move from P1 to P2 in the clockwise direction, and tool will move from E1 to E2, forward stroke, and during the return stroke it will move from A1 to A2 to A1. So A2 to A1 in the clockwise direction, so and the point P will move from P2 to P1 in the clockwise direction, and return stroke is from E2 to E1. So crank and slotted lever mechanism is another type of quick return motion mechanism. So it is mainly used in the shaper machines. So here we can see that link AC corresponding to the connecting rod is fixed. So that is in a slider crank mechanism, the connecting rod, if you fix it, you will get this particular mechanism. So driving crank link number 2 revolves about the center point C. Okay, so in the counterclockwise direction it will rotate. Okay, the slider, that is the link number 1, is attached to the crank pin. Okay, so to this crank at point B, which slides along the slider in a slotted lever. So AP is a slotted lever where the slot is made. Along this slot, the slider is going to reciprocate. Okay, the shortest link PQ transmits the motion from the lever to the ram. So as the crank rotates, the lever is going to oscillate between two extreme positions, P1 and P2. Okay, so this is one extreme position, right extreme position. Another extreme position is P1 and P2. So on the left side, so when it oscillates, so it is going to pull the ram, okay, along the line of the stroke. It is going to reciprocate along with the tool. So this line of stroke is perpendicular to the fixed link. Okay, so it is perpendicular to the fixed link. So it is mainly used in the shaping, slotting and rotary IC engines. So now let us go to the movement. The slotted lever oscillates between two extreme positions, AP1 and AP2. So here you can see AP1 and AP2, it oscillates between these two positions like a pendulum. So when the link 2 rotates counterclockwise, so the slider will move from P1 to P2. So again during this it will try to pull the tool, and the working stroke will take place. Again from P2 to P1, when it undergoes rotation through an angle beta, so again the tool will return back to the original position. So this is the line of stroke. So whenever it is returning, it will be faster because the angle is less, so the beta is less than alpha. So time of cutting stroke divided by time of return stroke is given as alpha by beta. So time is proportional to these particular angles. So using this we can calculate. Next, length of the stroke. Okay, how much length this can move depends upon 2 into AP into CB by AC. What is 2 into AP? AP is the slider length. Okay, CB is the crank length and AC is the fixed link length. Okay, so using this mechanism we can obtain the rotation of the crank to a quick return motion of the ram.